All right, folks, welcome back to the Be the Back podcast presented by Ridge Supply. My name is Matt Hawkins. I'm the owner of Ridge Supply. This is Jordan Spoon. He's the man behind our Ridge Supply Arsenal account on Instagram. And we're back with Dylan Johnson for our second episode. Dylan is a three-time NUE champion, a pretty, I would call him a scientific coach, right? And then also somebody who's kind of launched into a YouTube career, if you will, over the past couple of years. And Dylan, welcome back.
Yeah. Thanks for having me back. A minute later.
Yeah, I know. We got the same clothes on if you're watching, and but Dylan, I wanted to get into the whole YouTube thing because I'm fascinated by it, and we've been dabbling in it a little bit here for a couple weeks, just the nuance of it. And I think there's a correlation between what you do and what I do. And it's like, I guess it's like shameless self-promotion in a way, right? So, and it's kind of awkward. It's not natural. And I have to do that same thing with Ridge Supply and with, product and whatever. And you kind of have to be sort of bold about it. And I noticed when you started your YouTube stuff, and I think I saw the first couple, and you can tell there's a progression. You get better at it. Your format develops. Everything about it. And when you first started, can you walk us through like why you made your first video and like you said earlier in the previous podcast, you realized that you could promote yourself. How did that transition work?
Yeah, well, sometimes I look back at, or I watch my like very first videos and I kind of cringe a little bit because the presenting was, I wasn't as natural on camera. The editing wasn't as good. The audio wasn't as good. I mean, everything about it was just lower quality back then, but you learn as you go. But from the very first video, I mean, I think in that very first video, I asked people to subscribe. So from the very first video, I was kind of trying to grow a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I think it started off as a way to get clients for coaching. I think my very first topics were about weightlifting for cycling and, why you need an off season and this and that. So
yeah,
from right from the gun, I was talking about coaching topics, and I was kind of trying to entice people to hire me as a coach. And I think that's kind of how it started out. And within, I think 2 months after I made my first YouTube video, I made the Zwift video, which is kind of what catapulted the channel, or at least got the ball rolling. And it's YouTube's algorithm is a funny thing. I mean, that video, I'd been getting 200 views, 150 views per video.
Yeah.
Which I was happy with because I literally just started the channel and I was like, that's a decent amount of people watching.
Hey, it's more than what we got.
Right. And then that Zwift video, I mean, I think it was like at 40,000 after 2 weeks or something. So yeah, it was kind of crazy.
Were you freaking out that had happened? Yeah.
I didn't realize that video was that early on, and I guess maybe because I found you like probably one of your first couple videos then, and I thought you'd been doing it for a little while. I didn't realize the Zwift video was only about 2 months in, which that's crazy to go that quickly. How much growth?
Yeah, because I remember you. I don't know if you sent it to me, but I definitely saw the first video, and I remember I reached out to you and I was like, dude, your audio is loud, and we're doing the same thing now. Like we realize microphones are worth it. Yeah. But that Zwift video was hilarious for me because at the time I had a trainer. I had a trainer, and I rarely rode it. But when I did ride on Zwift, I would just get on there and I would just not know what to do. And I would just pick a workout.
Mm-hmm.
And just because I didn't really know about Watopia or like where to go or whatever. So I just picked this workout, and they would always absolutely crush me because I didn't have like erg mode on right, or the resistance was jacked up and I was using a kicker, and it would just clamp me down. So and I thought it was hilarious because when you finally were like, yeah, these workouts are ridiculous, don't do them. I was like, oh, so it's kind of funny. You were being serious, but I think that's why it resonated, is because people they're looking for something to do that's giving them some structure, and that seems legit, and I realize like it can be legit, but I think you just touched a nerve, and that's why it went.
Well, I remember seeing that video. I think I watched it, and then over like the course of those next 2 weeks, it was like it would pop up in this Facebook group and this Facebook group, and like some other big, cycling publication would post it, and it was like it just kept going. It just didn't really go away. It kept getting traction, which is kind of interesting.
And it's still there too. Do you still get people talking about it all the time and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, it's still getting views, still gets views to this day. So I think it's probably also the most controversial video that I've made to this point. I think it's the video with the most dislikes out of any of my videos.
Yeah.
But I think the vast majority of the people like it. It's like a 92% or 93% like to dislike ratio.
So how often do you make videos now? Like, what's your schedule like?
Well, I don't have like a particular day that I release videos, but I try to do a video every week. Sometimes it gets difficult to do that, especially if I'm racing. It gets very difficult because I'm traveling for a race and I'm getting ready for a race, and it gets a bit difficult to do a video a week, but I try to do a video a week. On YouTube, the faster you put out videos, the faster you're going to grow. So. We broke the mold a little bit, like, and just throwing them up there because we had 3 followers when we started, so or 3 subscribers. I was like, we're going places, and we're not trying to make any money doing it, but we enjoyed it. So, I don't know what's going to happen with this thing, but we like doing it, and we like talking to people that are associated with the brand and with me and with Jordan. And so we're stoked about it. So any tips you have for us to like grow it, or say, if we can say something controversial today that maybe works, let's do it. Well, so I'll tell you before I even released my very first video, I actually did a ton of research on what makes a successful YouTube channel. So there are 2 things that help get videos pushed on YouTube with the YouTube algorithm, and that's the watch time. So how much of the video are they watching before they click off and watch something else? And the click-through rate, which is how often do people click on the video when they see it. So the things that affect the click-through rate are there's only 2 things. There's the thumbnail and the title. That's the only thing that they have to go off of. So if the thumbnail looks intriguing and the title looks intriguing, people are going to click on it. And so that's great. And then if they get to the video and they're like, wow, this is trash content, I want to watch something else, and they click off in 15 seconds, that sort of video is also not going to get pushed with the YouTube algorithm. They need to both click on it and watch it for a long time. So, I would say that probably, I think the biggest thing that I see small YouTube channels that are trying to get off the ground not doing is they've got really generic titles, really generic thumbnails. For example, like for that Zwift video, I think I said the problem with, what was the title? The problem with Zwift workouts and training plans. If the title instead was like Zwift workout analysis or something.
Right.
Nobody would have clicked it.
That's not an intriguing title. So a combination of those two to get people to click on videos, I think is important. And then it's just, from there, it's just about the content. Is the content engaging?
Well, thanks for that, because now I'm going to spend the whole rest of the day going back through and working my thumbnail game and my video.
How are you with Photoshop?
I can do it. The problem that I had when we were doing this is we did it the day before. We released like 20 videos.
Yeah, we were on for what, 6 hours on Monday before.
So I was just like trying my best last week just to get it up, so I'm getting it up there and I'm getting it on the podcast. And so that's, I got better at the thumbnail game, and I certainly will. So what I would do is, take it. And it's kind of like, you've got like a thumbnail format. Does that sound right? Like, I was trying not to make it the same for everything. And what I need to do a better job of is whatever we're discussing in the video, putting that in because I just had like Be the Bright Podcast episode 5, which you don't need that on YouTube. It doesn't really even work that way. It doesn't even go sequentially, which drives me nuts. So like if, we have the 24th video and then I put the link down there for the 25th video, it'll just go play whatever it wants for you on your YouTube channel next, So we'll get better at it. And what's cool is we don't care about how many subscribers we have right now. Like, we're just having a good time, but that is huge information. I'll have to step my game up. What would you suggest for a thumbnail? Like I'm not going to put myself in a provocative situation or anything, but
right. So like, let's talk about this video. This video that we're making right now. I'm talking about how I got started on YouTube. You could, like, the title could be something like how Dylan became so successful on YouTube, or how Dylan's secrets to a successful YouTube channel, or something like that. And then for a thumbnail, instead of just doing a screenshot of what we're looking at right now, if you like photoshopped me and maybe you, like both of us talking, and
I'm gonna step my game up, dude.
I usually change the background, because oftentimes what I'll do is this is actually, so on a cycling YouTube channel, a lot of times the thumbnail is just you riding your bike.
Yeah.
And while I live in a very beautiful area, sometimes the backgrounds to the photos of me riding my bike aren't anything special. So I'll literally Photoshop me out of a picture riding my bike, and then Photoshop like the Alps in Europe in the background, so that it's just like, whoa, like catches your eye. That sort of thing.
We're gonna step it up now. I got a little bit of Photoshop experience. We'll get some stuff going.
We'll make it happen. Well, Dylan, thanks for giving us all your YouTube secrets. And we're going to be back here for a little bit more. And again, this is episode 24. And we think, man, I'm going to mess all that up. Thanks for being here. If you want to subscribe, it's down here. Next video's over here. Thanks to Dylan and Jordan for being here with us.
You got to tell them to subscribe at the end of the video.
Got to subscribe, man. Figure it out. All right. Thanks.